vacationing in Maine this week. Picked a pretty good time to do it, Keith, but they might want to get their leaf peeping in the next day or two.
Yeah, certainly the weather's a lot better. Plus, the colors look so good when it's sunny like a day like today. Today is beautiful. A lot of sunshine statewide. A couple of clouds starting to filter into Canada and back into Vermont. Those will come in later this afternoon, but it'll be a while, and we're already warming up nicely. It's Sanford at 71, Rochester, that's in New Hampshire, at 71. In the mid-60s along the coastline. We should be able to get to 70 though in the next few hours. Kind of the same deal to the north, not a whole lot of variation. 62 to 65 a popular number, and again we're likely to get to 70 at least briefly this afternoon. Just feels really good, no real winds, a lot of sunshine. You can see this model's maybe a little aggressive on the cloud cover compared to what we can see to our west. It's probably just going to be a few clouds drifting in later this afternoon. Now tonight we do cloud up, and that helps us stay pretty mild. Most of the night is spent in the low 50s. There'll be some brief 40s, but see how we kind of warm up throughout the evening. And by tomorrow morning, we're sitting around 60 degrees in most spots. Now, tomorrow, I think, is a transition day between a beautiful day today and some nasty weather that we're going to talk about for Thursday night. So I think we've got a lot of clouds around. I don't think there's a lot of rain, though, throughout the day. A couple of sprinkles here and there, but note this is after sunset now, or just about sunset, and that's when the rain starts to really try to move in to New Hampshire and far western Maine. But even that doesn't make much progress into central Maine until midnight or thereafter on Thursday night. Now here's our front that we've talked about. I want to tell you before I run through this, I think this model's a little too quick with the front, and we'll talk about why that is in a minute, but just keep that in mind. So the rain starts coming through overnight on Thursday, into the day on Friday, and continues into the mid-coast through the middle of the day, and probably into down east into the early evening. And that's why I told you I think this is too fast, because this is 3 o'clock and the front is out of here. I don't think that's likely to happen. And this model has a bias, actually, of doing that, of clearing systems, fronts, whatever, out too quickly. So I think it's going to be raining through a good part of the night on Friday night into Saturday morning over down east Maine. So we want to look under the hood here because we talked about this front having strong winds and some heavy rain. The winds look to be holding pretty steady on the models, east-southeast, but around 40 to 45 miles an hour, which is doable. We will have some scattered power outages, but I don't think we'll have a lot of them at that speed. You notice Rockland kicks up to 55. I'm not too concerned about that. I think it'll generally be in the range that's 40 to 45 for most of the state. Higher terrain may actually have stronger winds than the coastline here by Friday morning. By Friday afternoon, we do get the winds out of here, and then the threat becomes rain. Now, this model is very heavy with rain, but I do think over 2 inches of rain is a distinct possibility, and a couple spots could see 3 inches. Hopefully it's overdoing Bangor and Rockland, because that would be some big-time flooding. That is through Friday night. So a lot going on there. This storm wraps up late Friday night, early Saturday. We do clear out in time for Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday looks great into the low 60s. A couple of showers possible into Monday and Tuesday. We talked a little bit yesterday about how we've got an upper level low pattern around, which is not great. So either way, bare minimum here, it's rainy and windy, Pat. The variables are, will we have any flooding with it? And will the winds stay below that threshold of a lot of power outages?
We shall see, but for now, enjoy the good stuff we've got.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith.